Hey, it's Abby from Suna Solutions, and I am so excited to be talking to you about Chris Luck's Ambassador, and specifically in this video, should you buy? Now, before I get started, I wanted to let you know I've made a lot of other videos on Ambassador on different topics. If you're watching this video on YouTube, they are linked in the description box below. If you're watching this on my article, the URL is up here. The videos are all embedded in the article, as well as all the text and everything that you need. And if you're thinking about buying or checking things out, I highly recommend you check out the bonuses that I'm offering if you join through my link. I am giving you software for free. There is software that you need for Ambassador, and I am paying for that software for you. So definitely check that out. If you navigate to my table of contents here, there is a section on Ambassador bonuses that I did. And when you navigate to that part, you'll see all the details on the bonuses in the text version, as well as the video that's embedded there. If you're watching this video on YouTube, that bonuses video is linked below for you. So definitely check that out so you can get all the details to show how I will pay for your software. You do need to join through my link. So just to show you that when you're on the article, you'll see these red buttons that say join Ambassador like this, or it might say invest in Ambassador. So if you click that, that'll be through my link and you'll get the bonuses. They're kind of sprinkled throughout the article. And on YouTube, my link to join is the first link in the description box. If you click that one and buy it that way, then you will get the bonuses. So definitely check that out. I can't wait to work with you. So let's get into should you buy? Now, spoiler alert, the answer is yes. And I don't say that lightly. I've taken a lot into account to give that vote of whether I think you should. And the biggest thing is that I have not seen something like this in a very long time. This course is absolutely incredible. There is so much that you can do with this concept that Chris teaches you. And Chris himself is absolutely incredible too, and worth buying into and learning from as well. So what I'm going to do in this video is go through each section of the article, basically just kind of glancing over them real quick because I do have them in detail on the other topics. And I'll kind of give you my thoughts and opinions on why you should buy when I go through each section. So just, in the article, I talk about all these things that might sound familiar to you, about if you wanted to be your own boss, you want freedom, an online business, you want or need to make more money, passive income, you're always chasing the next shiny object. I know that this sounds like a lot of us, and I'm telling you right now, you will stop chasing shiny objects once you find Ambassador. That is the truth. That is what I've done. This is the only thing that I'm working on. This is going to build my empire and my legacy. I know it. And I think that this is the way to go as compared to any other online business approach out there. So, like I said, if you haven't seen the other videos on Ambassador before, what I've said before is that, what's huge is that you don't need a lot of stuff. You don't need prior experience. You don't need to create products or courses. You don't need to leave your house. You don't need to be on camera. You don't need to sell, which is massive. You don't have to deal with inventory, which is even more massive. You don't need to travel anywhere to do this. You don't have to have followers or be a certain age or any education or be an influencer, live in a certain place, be good at tech or have special skills, or even need to look a certain way. This covers all the bases of things that you don't need. With other online business models, there's a lot of stuff you need. With e-commerce, you need to deal with inventory and customer service. And with courses, you have to create a course and develop it or create a product. It just gets really messy. And, you might like that, but I do think that it gets old over time because it involves a lot of work, and in order to scale, it takes a ton of work. With Ambassador and the approach that Chris takes, the scalability for it is endless, and really the sky's the limit, which doesn't happen in other business models. With other business models, with creating a product or inventory, yeah, you can scale, but it takes a lot of work. You have to build a big team. It takes a lot of systems in place, and it's a really, really long road. And with a course, you have to be constantly competing against others and finding your people and redeveloping the course and shooting things and oftentimes being on camera. And the scalability with that is really hard when it's just you. So again, there's just so many things that blow Ambassador out of the water compared to everything else. So here's the table of contents and kind of all the videos and topics that they are about. But let me scroll through these real quickly because, again, I have a video for each section. So basically in Ambassador, we're talking about being a brand ambassador and getting paid to talk about brands and their products. So that's the very short answer. A little expanded on it is that you create your own blog that's highly optimized and it ranks really high in organic Google searches, and then you get paid when people buy products through your link. Now, the biggest thing that I want to share with you is that you can make multiple seven figures easily with just your blog. And, you know, this is kind of his process that he talks about for the blog: build, amplify, and multiply. But the thing is, it is way more than just a blog. There is so much that you can do beyond that. And Chris talks about that in the different parties and in the different workshops to show what else you can do with it. And he said something really cool today, actually, in the weekly party, that you're essentially building your blog, which is kind of like the hub, but that you're building individual kingdoms within the blog. And those kingdoms are the other forms of income, whether that's through newsletters and email marketing or publishing or selling products. So there's so many different kingdoms that Chris teaches us how to build, and you can choose how many kingdoms you want to build. That's up to you. And that's the cool thing too with this, is that you can choose how much money you want to make. It's very predictable, passive income, and so that's huge compared to other things as well. You know, I talk about in the other videos that the articles are very easy to write with Jasper, the artificial intelligence software. One thing real quick, on my article, this picture of welcome to the workshop, this, if you click this or the button below it, will always have the most current workshop registration or replay, so you can always navigate to there. And the links for those are always in the description box in YouTube as well, the most current ones. So, let's continue on. So basically, one of the biggest things that I think makes Ambassador what it is Chris himself and the community that he creates around it. Chris has, you know, in this graphic here, he showed what he has gone through to figure this out for you, for us, I should say, and he's done it all. You know, he's figured it out himself. He got kicked out of college. He invested over, you know, $500,000 in education. He's became very successful, and now he's in the stage of giving back and helping people do what he's done and create the life he's always wanted. And I think that people say that, other people, other course gurus or whatever, but you know, I don't know if they really mean it, and I don't know that they really act on it. And that's the thing that Chris does, is he is acting on it, and he is hardworking, genuine, honest, and he protects his community very fiercely. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but he wants it to be a place where people can feel comfortable and succeed and thrive, and it really starts with him. And he is the person to do it with, hands down. So what's included is, the bulk of it is a 6-week certification program. That is the bulk of it. And again, I have another video about this, but it's plan, research, build, write, promote, and automate. But then remember, there are the other kingdoms within there that you can build as well. And what the other thing I love about this is Chris's teaching style. He uses this cool software called Notion. And so each lesson, each of these in here are a lesson, and he has a document that has all the notes broken down and summarized from the lesson, and then he has a checklist at the end as well. So in each of these lessons, he is doing the step for the day or the lesson for the day with you. So it's like you're sitting next to him in his office doing this, which I think is really cool. He is actually building his own blog that he, within these lessons. So you see him do what you're doing, which is super cool. And he does it in real time. So his blog that he's building is his legacy, that he's saying that he's really doing what he teaches us. And he's going to go through all the processes and then sell that blog all the way to exit. So yeah, so I love the way that he teaches it too, and you'll see in the reviews that everybody talks about that too, that they love that, and you're just sitting with him. He's not editing anything. You see some of these are really long, but it's because he's doing everything in there in real time and everything that we need. So the teaching style is huge. Also, these weekly parties. Some people say they're going to give you more content once you sign up, but they really don't. But this is like a tried and true weekly event that he has for usually about 2 hours every week. He goes over the latest strategies, teaches something, has Q&A, and there's all this other stuff that's included in the course, again, that I'm just going to breeze through in this video, but there's a ton of stuff in here that's included that makes it very well worth it. The layout of the course is really easy to navigate, easy to follow. You don't get lost. You know exactly where you want to go to get what you need. I do a full tour. There's a whole video inside the course, so you can check that video out. And then, like I said, you can choose how much money you want to make with it, which is really cool. If you want to just get some extra spending money, you can do that. If you want to make multiple millions, you can. And I don't see that a lot with other courses and other products and other online business models. This way you can do a predictable passive income model and really choose how much you want to make. And the sky is the limit for real, like I've said. So not a lot of cons, really. I mean, you do have to follow up a specific process, but that's easy enough. Just follow it. And you do need additional software to perform at a high level. But even the software that you spend, you can still get it for like a couple $100 or less per month. So that's not bad, considering you can make multiple millions and scale it to that. Then that's nothing really. So yeah, I mean, the pros and cons, like the cons are very minimal, if any. Here's the section about my bonuses that you can check again in that section. And then the cost, I think, is very well worth it. The one payment of $19.97 or 3 payments of $7.97. There's a lot of value packed into that price. And like I said, what Chris is teaching us is huge, to create that base business model and then have that multiple kingdoms within there, have access to him and his team and the community that he has created. Is massive. To have him be there as a constant presence is huge, and for someone to be so honest and really want us to succeed, and he lays it all out on the table. He is giving everything that he's learned. So I think the price is way more than fair for what you get for it. And then when I talk about the reviews, there's a whole section where I've copied and pasted a lot of reviews. You can check out that video as well as check out the reviews online. But you'll see that everybody is saying basically the same thing as what I'm saying, that they've looked for something like this for forever, and that they've chased shiny objects, and that they believe in, they're not doing that anymore. And now that they found Ambassador, and they believe in Chris, and it's a gem. I mean, it just goes on and on. All of them say that. It's just really mind-blowing. So, just imagine when you can work from home and be your own boss and get paid every day and pick your own hours and have complete control and make as much as you want and create the life you've always wanted. I mean, that's really what you can do with Ambassador. And yeah, again, can you do that with other courses or other online business models? Yes, you can. But I don't think that you can do it in the way that you can with Ambassador. Again, it's something that I haven't seen in a very long time. And the ability to kind of make it what you want, the scalability is huge. I think Chris even said too that when he's building his blog within here that you see him do, that he wants to build it with him and a team of 5 people or fewer. So he wants it to be very minimal, very easy, not complicated, not a team of people dealing with customer service and dealing with inventory and products and courses and all of these things. He wants it to be very simple and just focus on building an empire, making money at the pace that he wants to make it, and be in complete control and do it from anywhere, not have to show his face, and create a legacy that is for him and for his family and everyone that comes after him. And that's exactly what you can do too. I think that you'll see in the other videos, and when I talk about it more specifically, it kind of gives you a view of more into the course, but you'll see his teaching style. You'll see what kind of a person he is. I mean, that is huge alone, to have the integrity of someone who is leading the way, and we can just follow in his footsteps because he gives us everything. So yeah, as you can see, I can't talk about it highly enough. Really, I could go on for hours, but I want to keep it short because this video is getting a little longer than my other videos. But definitely check those out because I go into more in detail in those. But yeah, I definitely think you should buy it. It gives me chills actually just now, even talking about it, thinking about other people buying this and be able to make a difference in their life with what Chris is offering us, and just the honesty and the scalability and just the entire business model is super impressive. I know you won't be disappointed if you buy. I know it. So again, please check out my bonuses so you can get your free software, and just click one of these red buttons that say Join Ambassador or Invest in Ambassador to buy through my link, or click the first link in the description box in YouTube if you're watching it there. And you can always navigate to my article. The URL is up here to get all the videos and all the details and everything. The URL is sunasolutions.com/Chris-Luck-Ambassador, the way Chris spells it, -brand-ambassador-review. So check everything out. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I definitely think you should buy. I can't wait to see you in there. I'm so excited. Really, as you could see, I could just talk for hours about this opportunity. I'm excited for myself too, because like I said, this is what I'm focusing on, and I couldn't be more happy to do that. I've been around the block with business models and have spent years of finding the right thing, and I know that I have found it here. So check everything out. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see you in there. Bye.